L'édito d'Alexandre Taliercio avec EPPV.
Suite au Conseil des ministres d'hier, on apprenait que le président Fritsch venait d'être mandaté afin de signer un protocole d'entente avec l'organisation non gouvernementale californienne Seasteading Institute. Cette ONG veut construire des villes sur l'eau, des plateformes reliées entre elles, des petits paradis technologiques, mais pas seulement. Chaque ville flottante serait donc un micro-État avec ses propres lois, son propre modèle de gouvernement, mais surtout sa propre fiscalité. Ce projet qui sent la science-fiction n'est pas destiné qu'aux technophiles rêveurs, mais aussi et surtout à ceux qui veulent en finir avec les impôts de leur pays.
Maybe it's a global consciousness. So here it is 5 years later. Now we're working together and we're doing it in French politics. I am Joe Quirk. I'm an author, I'm a science writer, and I'm a novelist, and I also call myself a sea-evangelist, preaching the gospel of seasteading. And I'm one of the people that got so infected with the possibility for this technology to unleash the future and unleash the bottom billion from poor governance and unleash innovation. If societies were disassemblable and reassemblable according to the choices of the residents, that would be variation by governments and selection by residents. Variation and selection is the secret recipe for progress. I'd just written a book about evolution. It's not you, it's biology, the science of love, sex, and relationships. And to my surprise, the book completely caught on. It's been translated into 19 languages. I also started as someone interested in philosophy and human nature. And when I stumbled on evolutionary psychology, I found it a much more sublime explanation of human nature than anything I'd ever read by Aristotle or Freud or any of these people. I have an idea about writing a science fiction novel called The Spiral, set in 2037, about an emerging anarchic society on the ocean that nobody controls, in contrast to a futuristic society that I call the United State. And basically, a young biotech researcher who is female thinks she's discovered the cure for aging, but she learns that it'll take 20 years and $10 billion to get it through the regulatory process. And with millions, hundreds of millions of lives at stake, she flees to this emerging world on the ocean. To make a long story short, I can talk about this novel for a long time. The Spiral is surrounded by what are called trash people, which are basically Indonesians who have arrived at the Spiral in a sort of the outer ghettos floating among plastic trash that are on the outskirts, and a young boy there is born with digeria, a pretend disease of aging that I invented. He's rejected by his tribe. He's got a tattoo on his head that identifies him as cursed. He's ejected. He flees his society. He basically washes up on the Spiral, half dead. Anna injects him with one of her therapies. Just before the Health Oversight Board kind of raids her place on the Spiral, confiscates her scientific research, and the boy is captured by slaving pirates.
It sounds like quite a dystopian vision. So
well,
how does that contrast with what you want to see happen?
It starts very small. It demonstrates itself on a very small and non-threatening way, and then it scales up slowly. I think we will create more prosperous, more humane, more sustainable societies. And instead of arguing about what we believe, we can demonstrate it in a small, non-threatening way where by floating we can absorb all the risk. And when we've got something marvelous out there, we can return to our host country and say, let's take the next step. Is this working for you? let's negotiate the next step. So we do a non-threatening advancement of technological and legal innovation toward nano nations on the high sea. I think that's a non-threatening way to do it.